Hi guys, it's your island girl and I'm back with another reaction video for you today, and today we are reacting to why the British drive on the left. Now I'm eager and excited to find out why, to know where this came from for them to drive on the left. So if you're new to my channel and it's your first time here, come on in, rock back, put a smile on your face and enjoy this reaction with your island girl.
But I wasn't wrong up in mind. But I wasn't wrong up in mind.
Don't forget to go into the comment section, tell me what you'd like me to react to next, because it will be done. Welcome and thank you for being here. To all my regulars, my day one, my schmeglers, my sweetie pea, my sweetie poo, welcome and thank you for being here. Now, I'm gonna put on my pretty little cat ears. Here we go.
If you've ever visited the UK, it is hard to miss the fact that they drive on the left. This can be quite disorienting, as around 65% of the world drives on the right. Have you ever wondered why this is? Why did the UK and most of its former colonies choose to drive on the left? The answer is a rather long and complicated one. Let us explain.
Okay.
For starters, it should be noted that the practice of driving on the left even predates cars.
What?
It all started in the Middle Ages, and perhaps even further back to in ancient Greece and Rome. During those times, there was always the risk of being attacked while traveling. Since most people are right-handed, they tended to travel on the left to keep their sword-fighting hand free in case of attack.
That now that makes sense. That definitely makes sense, because back then they didn't have anything to really protect you, so why not? Most persons were right-handed. So that's a good way to look at it. Wow.
Swordsmen preferred to keep to the left, so their right arm would be nearer to an opponent. This also reduced the chance of the scabbard hitting other people. It was also safer to mount and dismount towards the side of the road rather than in the middle of traffic. There is some evidence that this practice of riding on the left may have even gone as far as ancient Greece and Rome. And that wasn't the only case of people traveling to the left. For instance, in 1300 AD, Pope Boniface VIII declared that all pilgrims traveling to Rome should keep to the left. So how did people ever switch to the right?
Are you serious? Even the Pope telling people to keep to the left? I wonder what was his reasoning behind that. Interesting, but like I said, I can see why they would say to the left, even with horse, and then again not coming on incoming traffic, so you would go off to your left. That really makes sense.
To the right? Well, it turns out Napoleon preferred to ride on the right, and so did Hitler. In fact, Hitler forced Czechoslovakia and Austria to switch to right-hand driving. However, since Britain resisted both Napoleon and Hitler, the country never switched to the right. One country that did not have to make the switch, however, was America. Although the US likely started out riding on the left, as in England, the country has been driving on the right side of the road since colonial times. At that time, the country saw the use of large wagons that were drawn by several pairs of horses. These wagons had no driver's seat, and the driver sat on the horse at the rear left. Driving to the right meant the driver could see oncoming traffic, and it also made it less likely they would steer into a ditch.
Isn't that something? So Napoleon and Hitler were the one who forced there, and because England had nothing to do with them, they stick to the left. You got to be kidding me. Not only that, with the US, they had something else going on, which makes sense, because if you're riding more than one horse and your carriage is bigger, you want to see where you're going. So that also makes sense. So isn't that something? But it's just amazing to hear that, because Hitler and they're like, we're not picking that up. We'll stick to the left. Interesting.
Although this has been the practice since colonial times, it wasn't until 1792 and 1804, respectively, that Pennsylvania and New York made it official by regulating it.
Oh!
Many states then followed their example, but the practice was cemented when Henry Ford put the Model T's steering wheel on the left-hand side of the car.
Okay.
The mass production of affordable cars then saw many countries change their rules of the road. Meanwhile, in the UK, the massive wagons of the US weren't popular. Instead, vehicles in Britain were smaller and had seats for the driver to sit on behind the horses. As most people are right-handed, the driver would sit to the right of the seat in order to keep his whip hand free. This ensured that people kept driving to the left. In addition, 18th century London saw the introduction of a traffic law to make all vehicles on London Bridge keep to the left. This was in an effort to reduce collisions. The rule was then incorporated.
Now look at that. When cars begin to be made, then a lot of places made it known that look, or they put it into law because it was the driver's side was on the left hand side. Isn't that crazy? You see how things can change stuff, just the invention of the car, cement in the laws. I didn't even know that New York or Pennsylvania, they weren't following that, even though they were a part of. Interesting. Listen, you learn something new every day.
The rule was then incorporated into the Highway Act of 1835 and was later adopted throughout the UK, making left-hand driving mandatory in Britain. The 20th century saw an attempt to harmonize road laws in Europe, leading to a shift in right-hand driving, but that didn't affect the UK. Today, there are around 78 countries and territories that drive on the left.
78 countries and territory. So it's not just the Europe. It's like I say, 78 countries and territory that still actually drives on the left. How crazy is that? Wow, interesting. Like I said, I've learned something new. Guys, that's fascinating. This is coming from way back when, from Timbuktu, from when Wappy and Philo met. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to go into the comment section. Tell me what you'd like me to react to next. This is your island girl and I'm running out of here. Isn't that interesting? I tell you, that is something. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. There's also a thank you button on this channel. If you like what you see, you can donate to the channel by hitting that thank you button. It will go towards the channel and making the channel way better than the way it is. Okay, guys? And also buying your little island girl a drink or a drink of water. It's nice talking to you guys. And it's it's nice talking to you guys, and it's just nice learning about new stuff. And I will continue to dive in. So love you guys, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye.